hero, but Yaki really wasn't getting much done.
Yeah, Valentine putting on a performance there, hoping he does more of the same inside the map. As,
It's a really good WGS actually play. They're just looking for a scout onto a potential Sombra here.
I mean, NOCAS and GableC are definitely going to change.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so triple DPS.
GableC is actually still staying on the McCree, so perhaps not. Ace,
still triple DPS.
Yeah, there he goes. He switches the Tracer, so we are going to see.
Much more expected from him.
Right, the McCree requires a lot of resources that you're already pumping into your Pharah. And so it would be very tough to continue to run it. That being said, GableC on the Tracer now. So we are seeing that 3 DPS, as you highlighted. RunAway, similar composition, but QOQ on the D.Va instead.
And WGS just kind of want to bide a little bit of their time for Valentine to find some damage onto a squishy target. But he's not really finding the necessary shots right now, and he's getting forced out into this coast rotation. Not the best angles for a Pharah to be playing at. That being said, does manage to demech QOQ with the help of Ace there. So now he's going to be able to land a lot more shots without having to worry about that defense matrix, mitigating his damage. Gangnam Jin also going down. This is slowly but surely going horribly for RunAway. WGS coming up with the goods. Well, that's not so good.
GableC off the top meets Yaki the hard way. And WGS though, they're gonna take 2 ticks for free. There is a recontest available here as the Valkyrie is committed.
Certainly. Ace looking for the hack onto Yaki.
Oh, Yaki's so low.
Going to try and one-clip him there. Now he's after QOQ as well. Has the EMP online, throws it out, catching 3. But it's just tanks, and Mag has the nano on him, so he's not really going to be vulnerable here. In fact, he's going to be the opposite of vulnerable. He's going to pop the primal and decimate WGS. 2 ticks taken, but they're going to have to come back and try and get the 3rd.
Mag looking over the edge to make sure NOCAS is off the map is so amusing to me. But to that fight, you know, WGS only have 1 on point, and when they commit the EMP, they have no way to follow up on it, and so they're unable to really close out the fight. Worse, they use most of their resources, so now RunAway. Ooh, Yaki's sleeping.
This could be dangerous.
Yeah, you got woken up though.
Actually, from QOQ to mitigate that. That could have gone very poorly, but good resources, good commitment onto your Pharah.
Yep. Yaki is also close to that barrage. And defensively, it can be easier to set it up because you have control of the entryways as teams walk in. So Yaki could find an ability here. And again, no matrix, remember, no defense matrix here to protect them from the barrage.
Oh, but RunAway do have to jump themselves onto the objective. Valentine slaps
Oh, the self-destruct. But they step off the point!
Oh, but they don't know the point, lafon! Even with the self-destruct going up and zoning WGS away, they were able to stay on the point long enough to get the objective, so this payload's gonna get moving.
I mean, it's not strictly speaking a C9, because the fight wasn't cleanly being won by RunAway, but it also wasn't not a C9, you know?
It was close enough.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, yeah. Well, you're not gonna play Tracer, so may as well get a flash. But that's pretty funny. Is like blinking into palm and blinking into spawn, and then pulse bombing the floor and standing over it where you can't die. That's always funny.
Oh, you know what else is funny? He's
just
getting decimated in the backline. I think that's incredibly hilarious. He was waiting for that EMP. Not gonna have a chance to push it now. EMP gonna go the other direction. Only catch onto 2, so not the highest value. And LEGDAY gone trades 1 Sombra kill for another. Mag having this primal, he's been having a monster day with these primals thus far. It's not gonna stop anytime soon. WGS gets shut out right now.
Yeah, that was a very poor EMP from Ace that only catches Mag, who is nano boosted, and Yaki, the Rig player. So RunAway, you know, they're able to sustain through and get Hisu up to his EMP. So Hisu getting picked up early doesn't actually punish RunAway in any form. And WGS actually has no way to deal with this upcoming lights out ability from RunAway.
Yeah, I mean, he's
stunned
last time.
He actually got stunned out of it.
Out of the EMP. So Hisu has just been denied use of his fight-winning ability 2 fights in a row. I was gonna say poor Sombra, but Sombra is a very interesting hero to begin with. So we're gonna give WGS a pass on how they're bullying Hisu right now. They're gonna have to back up though, as RunAway just engaged with the rally, and NOCAS does get antied. No kills though, so RunAway, they've run out a little bit of steam. So they're gonna have to back on up, except the fact that WGS is going to have the advantage Free shatter onto 2. Hisu Lee Gong going to be cleaned up shortly. Rest of RunAway most likely soon to follow here. They're just going to back on out and try to get away with what they can.
That transcendence from Noah is untimely, but shouldn't punish them too much, as they should be able to capture the second point now.
There's no recontest here.
Yeah, it's very unlikely that RunAway gets back in time.
You know, RunAway is setting up for it. They're going to try. They get
but
there.
They walk directly into
an EMP.
EMP.
Right into an EMP. And it's just going to be a little bit of time off the clock. A lot of ult charge going over to WGS, but at least now you don't have to worry about the EMP for the next one.
Right. Overwatch is going to be close to that sound barrier, so, you know, with Hisu switching off of the Sombra to the Zarya, you actually have a fight. You have a support ultimate you can use aggressively here, should you choose to, from WGS. Now, 2 minutes 20 remaining, which is not a ton of time here for a third point on Numbani, one of the toughest points in the game to take, as a RunAway reset here.
And WGS are just going to play this slow and wait for Ace to find something of value.
I like
Back
how
onto the
Gangnam Jin
Brigitte, not necessarily what you were looking for.
There
Now
comes
the
that
Nano's
Nano
down
onto
on the
Mag.
Mag, and Mag is just going to try and force them out. Buy more time.
Big grab,
off the
though.
clock. Grab a little too deep for WGS to really punish the
Oh, Hisu searches deep for that kill and gets punished for it.
But Hisu does get caught out, and that's a huge damage advantage going over to WGS. They can now push their way on forward, and with the DMAC on the QOQ, Mag definitely getting caught out, pinned into the wall. WGS marched toward the end of this point.
Oporochi has now had two major fight-winning boops there in this match. There he boops the 2 tanks in. Now a rally is forced to be used here from Yaki, but an EMP is available as it's committed on the
He
3R
throws
card.
it out, catches 4. The Immortality field is there though. Lee Jae-gung swapping on to the Baptiste. So RunAway managed to sustain through the EMP, and now they can re-engage with their own ultimates. Stacked support ults for WGS. Oh, that's risky. But they could win the fight out right now. QOQ going down. Mag taking a lot of pressure, but he does have the nano onto him, so he's got that damage mitigation, and Gabe Yulski not quite able to come up with anything on the flank other than a swift and painful death. The rest of his team is going to follow him too, and with 45 seconds remaining, WGS only going to get one more chance at this.
Yeah, this is a really, really awkward place for WGS to be in. Lee Jae-gung building all the way up to that amplification matrix in one fight. It is a very large amount of healing that comes through from RunAway there. They're able to sustain through, and WGS stacking support ultimates is so problematic because they don't really have a lot of tools to work with in this last fight. Really just the EMP and rally. And you still have to worry about the immortality field here from Lee Jae-gung.
EMP of the century.
Yeah.
He's going to have to catch all 6 before the ultimates come out.
The
amplification matrix, it gets denied by the EMP, and it does hit 4. Noah cleaning him up. WGS pushing forward. The shatter denied, and WGS finished the map, I think even with time on the clock.
No, I was in overtime, just barely,
Okay,
but it did hit the overtime meter. So RunAway now, they have to complete the map.
Close.
Yeah, it was very, very close. Very close. In fact, it was like, I think, literally 1 second past overtime. So WGS, you know, unfortunate for them, but it was a very clean EMP, and they catch the 2 most important targets, right? They catch they clear the amplification matrix firstly, and they also prevent the immortality field. This is that unfortunate layered support ultimate.
That unfortunate layered support ultimate, as you said.
But look at that healing from Lee Jae-gung. QOQ, they put so much resources to try to take him down, and Gablesy actually gets sectioned out towards the edge, right? Where he's forced to be a little too aggressive, gets booped in, and a nanoed Reinhardt.
And he tries to commit onto those low health members.
Exactly.
With the shield that Yaki had, he just wasn't able to find the piercing blows.
Definitely and Yaki actually dies with Rally not being used too, right, in that last fight.
Because of the EMP.
Because of the EMP, exactly. So it's a very good showing from Ace there on the Sombra.
Sombra.
Yeah.
There you go. You found it.
She hacked my tongue. What can I say?
That okay. Anyways, there isn't going to be a Sombra for WGS. They're just gonna run out straight on the
3-3.
Winston 3-3.
Yeah.
Classic look here for Numbani A.
Yeah, this is a throwback to when Goats was really strong and people still hadn't really felt that Reinhardt was good on Numbani first, right? So
yeah.
Winston, of course, has the high ground control. He can use his leap. Yaki thinking he wants to play Genji. May I remind you that Brig...
They're gonna see the 3-3 and
they're gonna see that Brig exists and switch.
Yeah. It's actually just going to be seemingly Somber Goats, the 3-2-1 for RunAway here with the Reinhardt. So they're gonna go for that rotation onto the high ground most like. Oh, well, it's actually just regular Goats. But still, they're gonna go for that rotation onto the high ground and try and force WGS out.
Yeah. This is where I push my glasses up and say, actually, regular Goats with the Moira, because anyway, that's not a good joke.
Yeah,
That's not a good joke. Anocast leaps in. Good anti-nade,
yeah.
actually.
Beautiful anti from Noah. Across the map, too. RunAway just have to wait that one out and try and come back in here. Anocast, not necessarily as high to this ult as he wants to be. Well, I say that, now he is. So
Actually,
he's at that 70%
with this, oh, great boop there. Great boop from LeGDAY.
So he's not going to have it for the moment. If RunAway engage quickly, they could catch him out. Oh, but he gets the nano onto him, so now he can force RunAway back into this tiny little corner. Yet another anti-nade. Stem to the aggression from RunAway. Beautiful combo there with the nano. Noah coming up clutch, and RunAway struggling to find a way out of this corner.
Yeah, Anocast goes, oh my god, that is so much damage.
That was a ton of damage. He has the primal, but he's not going to get to use a whole lot of it. Going to try and displace them now, separate the support line from the tanks, but can't really get it done. Grabs are out, actually favoring WGS at the moment, but not going to favor them for long. And RunAway, it took them a minute, but they are going to manage to cap this point.
Yeah, we don't see grab bomb combos very frequently anymore, but there it ends up working out simply because no Reinhardt from WGS, and of course, Gables was caught in the Graviton himself, so it's a fairly easy cleanup kill there, and RunAway will unlock the payload and begin their progress through the map here. WGS, they are going to switch, of course. Noah going over to the Zen, Anocast to the Reinhardt, and this is not bad for WGS simply because RunAway was forced to use everything to unlock that first point.
It is a healthy time bank for RunAway, though. If they don't get stalled out here on the second point, they could end up steamrolling through the map and giving themselves a time bank win condition here. But first and foremost, they have to get through the ults WGS has, and that is not an easy
with
task.
Straight headshots now has Transcendence already.
And Gabe Yossi, low health on the mech. Gonna throw the self-destruct out to try and force RunAway back, maybe get a split, but it doesn't work really how WGS necessarily intended. Now they have to pop the rally to sustain themselves through this fight. And it's not keeping RunAway at bay. They're still managing to find the damage through all of this armor and push this payload slowly but surely.
Yeah, Hisu building up that Graviton surge, as is Ace, and you're looking for those first tank ults to come through, but the problem is, WGS is losing the neutral fight. Air Shadow online for Mag.
So much ground now, too. Mag.
Oh, what a shatter.
Oh, Anocast steps too far to the left there. Just gives Mag the most free shatter of his entire life, and in one swift push, RunAway has found themselves the end of the second point. They're going to invest the grab, because why not? You're going to have over 4 minutes to get this last point.
Yeah, this is going to be, this is going to be a real struggle for WGS. They do have, it must be said, some tools to work with here, but they're walking into double support ultimate from RunAway. RunAway does have the better closeout potential in terms of survivability, and RunAway are working, as you said, with a massive time bank. 4.5 minutes at the start of point 3, now down to just over 4. And again, RunAway playing for time here.
WGS going to try and pull the trigger early, but Gangnam Jin with the Transcendence denies Ace the value of the Graviton Surge. Now the tool's starting to come out for RunAway. The sound barrier traded for a self-destruct is not necessarily what WGS are wanting here. That's a lot of sustainability off the board, and they're going to need it for that shatter that just laid down half of WGS. In desperation, WGS is going to try a shadow of their own, but it doesn't find nearly the same kind of value. Sound barrier grab gives RunAway all the pressure they need to push WGS out and steamroll to the end of the map.
And now there isn't even a recontest available for WGS. Anocast is going to switch over the Wrecking Ball, but he is too late. And that will be it. And that all, actually, there was a really cool play there from RunAway in that last fight.
Do tell us about it.
Anocast was in the Graviton Surge, and the trance had been used by Noah, Transcendence.
Right.
And they actually block off the healing. They just burn him through it. and that helps them just close out the remainder of the fight. So really, really clean, cohesive play from RunAway, as we've come to expect, right? That's what this team has sort of been built on.
This looks like on-point RunAway, on form, right?
Yeah.
This is what, if you asked me what I expect from RunAway, I would point you at this map, right? They're using ultimates efficiently. They're not getting caught off by the tools the enemy are throwing at them. They're really taking their positioning correctly, and Mag is just running rampant.
I like that even here in this advantage where it looks like they have the superior positioning, they don't actually push too far forward. Here's that Transcendence, by the way. And, oh boy,
Yeah,
Cash just blows
gets
up.
completely blown to smithereens. And now, RunAway, at worst,
The best,
it's a draw.
yeah, at worst there's a draw. So that's still a really tough one because they have to take 1/3 of first point. Of point A, and they have 3 minutes 24 to do
It
so.
took them much less than 3 minutes to do so the first time here. WGS, they're not going to change much of anything either. Didn't quite work for them the first time. They are going to move Enocast over to the Reinhardt.
Wait, is he
a little
actually
bit
going to
more
do this?
point presence? And RunAway,
No.
this is a scout. This is a scout.
Do it,
Yes.
you count.
No.
Oh, okay, no, they're.
Get off the Symmetra. Thank you.
I don't know why I said go because I actually hate Symmetra more
Yeah,
than
why
you
are you booing them? They're right.
do. You are absolutely correct.
Oh.
They are. Eventually, RunAway will settle on a composition.
Someday
There we
they'll
go.
figure out what they want to play. Maybe.
Is it today? There we go.
Yeah,
There,
I
they
gotta
figured it out.
There we go. All right. So this isn't actually the same way they attacked last time. They see that there isn't a Winston, and they want to abuse the lack of mobility.
What a
They know
concussive
they
blast.
only need to sit on this point for a tick, and the concussive blast, like you said, knocks Enocast down off the high ground. There goes the great position.
Oh, Ace is dead. Ace has to be very careful here. There he goes.
Done for as he gets caught out there. Traded for a mech. That is a trade that RunAway will take every day of the week and twice on Wednesdays.
Another great sleep too on to Gable's team.
Okay, we'll see. He's gonna try and get out.
Oh boy.
Defense Matrix spam, flick around a little bit, but it's just a matter of time here.
Yep.
Eventually, RunAway are gonna find this. WGS forced into this tiny little corner. Max just standing there. He feels no threat whatsoever. He's not scared. He's gonna pop the primal out, smack Noah around some, bully the flex support of WGS, jump out, bully the rest of them. He says, I don't like Brigitte. You can go home, please. Thank you very much. We'll take this point. RunAway gonna go on to match point here in the series. One map away from denying us our 4th Game 5 of the week.
What a comeback. What a cohesive play. It's not even a comeback, man. And RunAway just in control of, outside of, I think, outside of literally 2 fights, RunAway was in control of that map. So that's with, WGS closing out Numbani with all 3 points captured.
Oh, certainly. I mean, RunAway just looked recomposed, right?
Yeah.
One of the issues that Heurix brought up a lot when RunAway was playing WGS is they just look a little frazzled, a little less coordinated than we, expect from such a strong team, right?
Yeah.
We always talk about RunAway as a strong team.
Absolutely.
Well, we're going to have to see if they maintain that level of strength after a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the conclusion of this series in just a minute. We are ever so close to our 4th map 5 of the week, but WGS currently down against RunAway. It's 2-1 right now. RunAway looking clean and confident on Numbani.
And sometimes when you get rolled on a map, it can be difficult to recenter yourself. But
Sure.
RunAway did so pretty easily after the Paris debacle, right? They just come back in. Numbani is theirs, and I mean, in fairness, right? It's Numbani, and RunAway's Numbani has always been. This is just their entire career as an organization has always been fantastic, right? The Titans, of course, former RunAway. Their Numbani map rep is fantastic, so it makes sense. But we are headed to map number 4. It will be Escort, and so therefore today it is Rialto. And so far though, the map 5 in our previous match went.
Sure.
The winner of each of the next map was always different.
There is a little bit of a pattern here between our 2 series. We'll see if WGS stay on form or if they maybe slip through the cracks a little bit. Rialto does lend itself to some interesting things, and I think WGS looked at their best when they threw RunAway for a loop.
Right. I think it's certainly possible for that to come through here, but Rialto is yeah. Oh man, that tower is.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I've never noticed that tower before while I've been in the map.
You know, I'm gonna be real. Neither have I.
Like, there's so many pretty skyboxes in Overwatch, and I never look at them.
The map design is beautiful.
Yeah.
RunAway, though, they're going to have to tower over WGS if they want to clean this series up, if they want to deny a map 5 in general. It is going to be a bit of a wacky composition for WGS.
Ace
although
is
Ace is going to swap, so it'll probably
he's definitely
just be...
playing the wrecking ball. He actually might...
Actually, no, he's just
not.
off the map again.
No, he is playing the wrecking ball. I guarantee it. There's no way he throws himself off the map twice if he's not playing the...
You know, there is a good point, though. He does have to get back, right? Okay, he's going to be on the Sombra. So
10 whole seconds. Oh, my.
That gets back pretty early.
Yeah.
Although, you know, you kind of would expect a Sombra to go forward, and although I guess you don't really need to scout when you can just see the spawn doors of the enemy team.
RunAway, you know, opening up with this Pharah Widowmaker, and then go back to spawn because they see what WGS is running and switch their composition. Oh, good farm. That is a lot of farm.
QOQ just took so much damage. Ace and KBOC nearly demeching QOQ immediately here. RunAway actually going to run the 3-3 into this. Mag just got headshot. Going to lose half of his health bar to that.
That's another good anti-nade.
KBOC actually right now kind of just running rampant.
Yep. Well, we'll see. You know, eventually something needs to give, and right now it's some ground by WGS.
Well, and this becomes a little bit interesting. This is two very different compositions interacting, right? WGS need to poke RunAway out. They can't really afford to contest the objective straight up because if Enocast goes over there,
they only have one tank.
Overrun, right?
Right.
Enocast is going to try to take up this corner, but Valentine and KBOC not quite finding the value they
There it is.
There's the value that you want to see from your snipers right now. RunAway, without their healing source of the Moira, are forced into this tiny little room. Beautiful pin! KBOC can't get away. But Mag
QOQ denies the...
Nice deny onto the Dragon Strike from QOQ. So RunAway still very much in this. They're actually in the meat of the brawl now, and that's exactly where the GOAT's composition
Oh my god,
QOQ. QOQ running rampant. And that's going to be point A over nice and quick.
There's a reason QOQ has been described as one of the best divas in the region. You have to see why there. Great target selection from the off-tank player for RunAway, and they close out point A. And WGS are actually going to switch. It's simple math, really. When you have 3 tanks, 3 is greater than 1 tank, so you can't control space, so you just lose the fight.
There is a logic to that. I'll give you that. WGS not switching as much as you might expect. Okay, KBOC I think had to walk back to spawn.
Yeah.
All the way back to the very end of the map to switch onto the Zarya. So RunAway get half of point B for free. KBOC now back. Enocast throws down on the low ground.
There's that EMP.
There's the EMP. Only connects onto 3.
Yaki stays alive
Yaki
too.
has the rally out, so RunAway are able to sustain through this and force WGS back.
This is actually so problematic for WGS. They commit the EMP, but they don't find any value. And they actually don't get anything from RunAway either. RunAway now working with a larger toolbox. The Shatter Fangs,
oh, the 180
not much
shatter.
value.
He tried. Mag was really hoping that was going to work out, but all it does is kind of put his team out on a limb that they're not ready to stand on. Hisu and Gangnam Jim both down. WGS in firm control of this fight, and they're going to use that control to evict RunAway from the objective.
And RunAway actually commit the Graviton Surge in that fight alongside the Earth Shatter. And that's a big problem because now, you know, that could have been your win condition considering the Transcendence had been used on the Earth Shatter itself, right? Or on the later stages of the fight. But WGS now, you know, this looked problematic for them, but now they're in a pretty good position here as they have a Graviton Surge and the tools to really follow up with it. And RunAway also have to fight through one of the hardest chokes in this map.
And Ace is pretty close to this EMP yet again as well. And the EMP plus any one of the ults WGS has online would be devastating for RunAway.
LeGdaY looks for a boot, but doesn't find it.
Mag does have the nano online, does get the shatter onto Valentine over on the side, but gets grabbed, so he can't really follow up on it. Enocast very low, though. EMP shatter helps Enocast so much. Pollitt cleaning up the stun targets, and RunAway sent packing yet again.
Yeah, that's a really good fight from WGS. They hold out here, and RunAway, again, you know, they didn't really have the tools to commit, so they tried to force a fight. It looked good initially, but some excellent peel from WGS, and they hold out. Again, now they control. This is the worst part. We saw this, of course, in the World Cup between UK and South Korea, right? You can see the rotation changes here from RunAway as they choose to go underneath WGS. You know, nothing's really forcing WGS on the high ground, though. Yeah, that's the problem.
They are going to have both support ults online, as long as they don't layer them again. WGS can easily survive an extended fight. Enocast getting forced away from his team right now, though. And now he's solo grabbed as well. The Transcendence barely going to keep him alive for the moment, but he's still taking so much damage. The sound barrier has to come out as well, and now he's anti. Enocast just can't play the game right now. He's forced away. Pollitt caught by the self-destruct, and RunAway going to brute force their way through this objective.
Yeah, it's so strong from WGS. We're hoping to stabilize the fight out long enough to get the EMP online. That never does happen as Ace is taken out, and WGS do give up point number 2, but RunAway, again, they had to invest heavily into that, and a ton of time was taken off the clock, and again, now we head into a third point of the map, and you know, it's an uphill battle, both literally and figuratively for RunAway, as they're playing against time and the better economy from WGS. It's always funny when players are spy checking. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's fun to watch. Oh, Mag, that was aggressive.
That was bold.
Overly aggressive. Mag, I'm gonna be real, buddy. That was probably a little too confident. I respect the moxie, but it's just gonna, actually, I was gonna say cost your team the fight, but RunAway invest into this. They pop the rally, they kill Pollitt. The grab comes out the other direction, but not much value found by WGS, and now they're gonna grab themselves with not a leg to stand on. The Transcendence too late to save Enocast, and RunAway looking like they're going to find a fight win they definitely should not have.
Yeah, I mean, it all starts with LeGdaY actually chasing down Overwatch in the backline and not getting punished for it. What should have been a 5v4 turns into a 6v5 as the respawn comes in. And RunAway, they allow themselves to use the ultimates to bring it back. And here, you're working with an Earth Shatter and a Nano Boost. And WGS, you know, they have to find a way to stabilize. As RunAway soft resets here to get themselves up to full HP and to make sure their timings are back on in terms of bubble cooldowns.
WGS have to just live a little longer. Now the EMP is online. EMP Shatter is a very executable win condition here for WGS as RunAway tries to push in. The self-destruct going to prevent a little bit of that value for the moment, but there's the Shatter online, catches most of RunAway. He's through the first to fall, but RunAway's not out of this fight yet. They do trade up a little bit, and Mag gets the Shatter down online. Ace going down, RunAway re-stabilizing into this fight, forcing Enocast out. The payload so close to the end. Transcendence popped in desperation from Noah, but WGS gonna have a rough time stabilizing in this fight. They do have the respawn advantage, so they can come back into this in theory, but they need to actually sustain Overwatch. And going a little bit too far forward. Ace going down, even with this grab coming out. Shatter as well, it's just not enough. RunAway pushed all the way through with just, I think, 11 seconds on the clock.
And the problem is that WGS, they make an emergency switch to the Doomfist. Valentine, though, not able to find any value, doesn't get any final blows, and that means that, you know, at that point you're just existing. And if you're not causing harass, you're not doing your job, so WGS are forced to give it up. And, you know, Enocast getting bopped around, booped around, wasn't able to really get into a place where he could find full control. And so
RunAway have been doing very well when they've just not let Enocast play the game.
Yeah.
They've been putting so much pressure on WGS's main tank, and he is the linchpin of most composite, right? Your main tank is what creates the space for the rest of your team, regardless of practically any composition you run. So if Enocast is just forced back, WGS don't really have many options.
Yep. WGS, speaking of options, though, now need to get on their attack, and here is where we're going to see what they choose to run. And I think here, this is a tall order for them because, you know, with 12 seconds remaining on the clock, right? It might not sound a lot, but it's tough to close out Rialto. So just completing the map is a feat in itself. And RunAway, you know, with 2 minutes and change on the clock, as they entered point 3, looked like they weren't able to close out the point at all. And do so with time remaining. That's a very tough ask, and WGS have now a long road ahead of them.
And RunAway looked like they've been scrimming Gen G a little bit. We just saw Gen G pull this out on Rialto last series rather, and they managed to full hold Element Mystic with it. WGS are going to have a much better answer than Element Mystic did, or they're going to find themselves losing out this series in a 3-1 fashion.
Yep. Well, again, that early rotation, that very early rotation to back out. As WGS,
they don't
want a hack.
Spam. A hack on Heurix, actually, that's a high-value hack right now, considering that Mag's still taking a ton of damage. QOQ has to be able to have that shield uptime, or RunAway will just get poked out of existence.
I like how Gangnam Jin is being the sole counter to Afara with how accurate he is on the Zen. One of the best flex supports in Contenders in general. One of the best flex supports in the world. That's an early amplification matrix. No one really to look at, though.
It just forces WGS to play a little bit more passive.
Yeah.
Players like AVRL and Valentine can't really afford to peek their head out, and RunAway can now regain some resources! But they don't have anything to sustain through a barrage! Valentine removes them from that tiny little room.
Alright, so this composition not nearly as successful in Rialto a second time around.
It turns out, if you don't
Rockets
have
to the face.
Up,
yeah.
Rockets kind of hurt.
Yeah, that is very true. Technically, in the immortality field, they hurt too. It's just they can't kill you.
I mean, that's fair.
Oh, what a cock!
Valentine! You monster! They're not ready to go swimming. I know it's summertime, but they got all this heavy equipment on.
Also, he has Barrage again because of that.
And now he's gonna move forward.
Oh, he's gonna kill Gangnam Jin. Oh,
why not?
Yeah, yeah.
You know they have bad spawn.
What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do?
Valentine has single-handedly carried the last minute.
I don't think we didn't expect it. I don't think RunAway expected it. They walk over the bridge and Valentine's just there with a concussive blast saying, "Have a nice day."
I mean, if RunAway's anything like me right now, they have to pick their jaws up off the floor and try to figure out what to do here.
Yeah.
QOQ gonna apply a bit more pressure onto Valentine now because they know he's a threat. But he's not the only threat.
Another good Transcendence though.
Transcendence is there from Gangnam Jin, but it's just not enough. Valentine finding one, the rest of RunAway soon to follow. WGS are undeterred here, and they're gonna keep the payload steamrolling through the map.
Yeah, that was so good for WGS, as now they're gonna head through the later stages. They're probably just gonna capture the second point out right here.
Yeah.
It'll be tough. There is a contest capable. Like, there is a possibility. They do get to point in time. Yeah. Yeah.
The sound barrier coming out as well. This is where WGS might start to struggle.
Another try by QOQ.
Gets eaten, and now RunAway can walk onto WGS's composition. An actual brawl for WGS could spell the end of this swift push. Valentine taking too much damage to live. LeGday Gong finishes him off, and WGS now kind of with their tail between the legs have to head for the hills here. Although they're sticking in this fight, surprisingly enough. Enocast on a sliver of health, but finally gets taken down there, and now there's not really anyone for WGS to contest the objective with.
Speaking of sliver of health, QOQ is a magician with his mech. Stays alive with 1 HP. Another what are you doing?
I think he's gonna swap. I'm fairly confident. Enocast is onto the Reinhardt.
Oh no, Gablesy was absolutely gonna. No, he was absolutely gonna switch, but it just makes his stats look a little bit worse. He's had 3 ultimates tonight on this map alone.
He's just helping out QOQ. It has nothing to do with his stats. He was like, "What, QOQ? You've been doing so well. Here's another eat for you. I know you're hungry. They don't feed you much over there."
That's the best way to keep divas in your team, by the way. Just starve them so when they're in match, yeah.
Okay, no.
That is very much a joke. That is very much a joke.
Ace does have the EMP online. Not much for RunAway to deal with it either. Yaki's gonna have to pop an early rally. It does come out. Valentine gets deleted as well, so EMP not finding much value whatsoever for WGS, and RunAway now look like they're solidly in control of the objective.
That's one of those few times where an ultimate actually has negative value, because not only did you use it and now farm up to it, you didn't get anything out for it, right? So, you know, the rally had already been committed by the time you use EMP, so you can't really call that a trade. And RunAway wins off just, I think, the rally and the nano boost, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a tough place to be in. And now, you know, WGS, yes, they rolled through the first 2 points pretty easily, but their time has been whittled off the clock. And now, in one of the hardest parts of the point to take, they are sub 2 minutes on the time.
Mag's got the Primal Rage too. That's a great tool to whittle even more time off that clock. It's not so much a clock at that point. It's just a piece of wood with a cog in it when you whittle that much away from it. Mag's jumping in now too. Forces WGS off of the high ground. He's on the back line as well. Valentine under a lot of pressure right now. Does manage to get back to his team. WGS just kind of looked lost as how to attack this, though.
Yeah, again, that's that high ground, right? The Primal Rage comes out.
Mag's looking for boops off the map. Just a little bit mistimed to try and get the boop into the self-destruct there. Not the highest value Primal Rage Mag has had this map, and now most of RunAway caught in a grab on the high ground, but a grab onto the low ground in counter denies any kind of value. So RunAway managed to sustain their way through, but
WGS didn't use their beat though. WGS did not use the sound barrier. That is, you know, the second sound barrier, the second support ultimate can be the better one usually.
There's that sound barrier, but WGS has to connect onto a kill now, and they're not able to. Mag is zoning them away with this Primal Rage. Finally, the Gangnam Jin goes down, but WGS are looking worse for wear. They're caught in this tiny little corner.
Oh my
exactly
goodness,
Mag
Mag
wants you. He's just going to sit still, juggle you into the air like you're not weighing anything. We're into overtime, folks. WGS looking like they're going to get held here. It was a valiant effort.
It's not over yet.
Kill Mag. It's not quite over. Gabe Dulce could still come up with the clutch, but there's just too many members of RunAway. There's too much damage. The grab up into the air in celebration, and RunAway will close it out. We don't get a full week of map 5s. RunAway deny us that, but they will grab themselves the series win.
Yeah, they deny both us and WGS the map 5 is, oh my goodness. Mag, there's a reason he's so highly touted on that main tank role. Granted, this is not the flashiest Primal Rage, as they're just sitting in the corner, but he had some very fantastic Primal Rages, I think, specifically on Ilios, and then again on Numbani. So the man knows how to play the Winston, and it is a completion here from RunAway in the 3-1 at the end of it all. And WGS, though, I think looking much improved.
Certainly.
And, at least their game against Element Mystic.
Rough for WGS, though, right?
That
now
is, yes.
You're 0-3.
Join Meta Athena.
Pick up a win. Join Meta Athena.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you stay with Meta Athena toward the bottom of the leaderboard. RunAway, though, they'll put their second win on the board. They bounce back from their loss against GC Busan Wave last week, and they, to me, I feel like this is a sigh of relief for a lot of RunAway fans, right? Because
I agree.
Against GC Busan, it was a lot of chaos, a lot of RunAway, please just you look so good when you're composed. And the second half of this series, RunAway took a deep breath, exhaled, and really laid into that discipline.